I need advice from women because I'm not going to be able to solve this on my own. We need to figure out how we want to talk about women who are sexist and women who are otherwise very discriminating. And I think part of the conversation, part of the language that we're lacking is for microaggression shit. I feel like we usually hear that from people of color talking about their experiences with discrimination. Um, but, ooh, I can tell you, when I show up at like a new job or something, as a quiet, anxious, polite, kind, small man, who's, depending on where I'm working, I'm sometimes, like 10 years older than everybody else, if they're in like their early 20s. But, as soon as I show up, I find all the mean girls, all the toxic bullies who are just immediately so comfortable doing this stuff where they'll just like twist stuff around in a weird way, or like try to find a weird small way to pull the rug out from underneath you, and then and then act like everything's fine. And it's just like, it's like I grew up with an older sister and she wasn't too bad about this, but it's like that same feeling of, see what I can do? I can make you feel like this, and then no one will know because I'm always nice to everybody else. And it's so creepy. But also, I was thinking about just like our lineage of sexism in this country, and I feel like, especially with the microaggressions, and even like overt aggression, um, it's kind of a sense that kind of like childhood bully sense of, since it's female to male, it's sort of like, oh, what are you gonna do? Talk about your feelings? And it's like, yeah, I will. Um, but we just have no language to talk about all that and to talk about like the differing dynamics, when it's going from there to there. So yeah, how do we talk about microaggressions? Because we need to have a way of talking about them because they do matter. They do add up. Jesus Christ. I'm leaving the third job that I've started in 9 months because of microaggressions, because everybody's favorite person likes to baby talk me if no one's around, and it's really creepy. Among other things that she does, but it's all like the microaggression shit. And as someone who's autistic, as someone who has CPTSD, it's stuff that's like very easily triggering for me, and usually I can tell that they know that, and they're like, oh, I know how this one works. Oh, it's so creepy. So we need to find a way to talk about it, and also because the escalations to it, and like, if culturally we move to a place where the physical escalations get worse, because I left the job that I had, insurance at and had been at for, a couple years, because I was physically attacked by a female coworker, and my bosses didn't give a fuck. And, after I saw that they didn't give a fuck and weren't gonna at least even separate us, because I was like, can I not be alone in the building with her at night? Just that. And they couldn't do that, and we didn't get along afterwards, and then they ended up blaming me for us not getting along, as if that had never happened. It was great. So yeah, we need to find a way to talk about it.